Hello everybody, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews. Here we have from Pike Brewery, this is their Space Needle Golden Anniversary Vintage IPA, 2012 Vintage IPA. This is a 6.5% alcohol by volume. IBUs are 58 on this. The ingredients is water, malt, Yakima Valley hops, which are Cascade, Columbus, Centennial, and Summit, and yeast. This is another one that I picked up down at Total Wine, and it seemed like half the beers that I bought from there either had no date or were out of date. So, like I said the other week, we're cleansing the refrigerators of these undated beers and older beers, so hopefully this wouldn't end too bad, because Pike Brewery really does some good stuff out there. So let's get on with this and let's see what we end up with on this. It's considered an American IPA, 6.5%. It was brewed one time for the 50th anniversary of the Space Needle out there. So hopefully it's still good and in contact. I have read some of the reviews on this, and a lot of people like it for an IPA, and a lot of people says it's more like a pale ale. So we'll find out when we get to cap off of this one. Food pairing for this beer, cuisine is the curry and the Thai. The cheeses are the peppery, pepper jack, Monterey, blue, cheddar. Your more pungent cheeses, gorgonzola and limburger. And the meat for this is poultry, fish, shellfish, and salmon. And grilled meat also goes well with these IPAs, guys. And then glassware is a pint, Becker, Stein, a tumbler, a mug, Seidel, Stein. I've got the pint glass for this one. And not recommended for extended selling unless the AB exceeds average range. Well, it's 6.5, so hopefully it isn't too far out of date. So, and I don't think they're dating anything. We'll check the bottle later when I come back from the final chug. Nice carbonation on the cap. Got a little bit of foam inside the bottle. It's not coming out of the bottle, so don't think it's over carbonated. Well, I might have spoke too soon, huh? That was semi-aggressive start off pour, but very well carbonated. I will go ahead and add to that. We got a nice hiss off of it when I got the glass. I got the top off the bottle there, so hopefully that'll settle down. Let's get it over into the light. It is a very orangey, and there are a lot of bubbles streaming up, so I don't know if it's bottle conditioned or anything, but it has a lot of carbonation, guys. Very orangey, not super clear. Semi-cloudy, we'll put it that way. Looks very good in the glass, other than it having 3 fingers of head on that pour. So let's get a nose on it and see what we can smell. For the amount of hops that they used, I would think it would have originally had a big hoppy nose on it, but like I said, 2012 edition. I don't know when in 2012 they did that. It smells kind of citrusy, it really does. Nice pale malt influence on there too. A little bit of oranges and apples, lighter fruit smell to me. Oh well. And the bubbles are really big on the side of the glass, so I really don't think the head is going to stick around a long time. Very creamy on top though, just the bubbles on the outside of the glass here. Looking like they're big soapy bubbles, so let's give it a taste. Cheers everybody. Very citrusy. For 58 IBUs, I think it said. Got a little bit of a bitter back end now. Yeah, 58. Not bad though. Definitely on the bitter side now. Do believe the hops have mellowed out and subsided a little bit over the time, but it definitely is on the still got a hop presence to it, but the bitterness on the back end is kind of high, but not bad. I mean, it's an IPA. It's going 58 IBUs. It's on up there in the bitterness range. It's right out of the fridge, 40 degrees. We're going to let it warm up and see where we end up with this one. So stick around. I'll be right back, and we'll do the final comments and the final chug on this one. Alright guys, I'm back. Got just a little being a 2012 a version of this. It's pretty much lost a lot of its hot profile, guys. So another reason to get it out of the fridge. And like I said, I was going to look on the bottle, and like I said, I don't think it says 2012 on the label, and that's as much information as they're going to give us. I don't know what month it was put in the bottle. So another reason why I don't sell our IPAs, guys. You can tell it's an IPA because of the bitterness on the back end, but it's lost a lot of its hop forwardness in the profile and in the taste too. It's a little on the bitter side now that the hop profile is gone, but it's an IPA, so it's not a bad beer. But another reason to do these IPAs as soon as you can get your hands on them. So let's do the final chug here. Left a nice lacing on the glass though, but the other half thought it was kind of bitter too, and not having as much hop forwardness in the front too. So final chug. Not a bad beer. Definitely not a bad beer. Could have been better if we'd have done it last year. So guys, they're known for making excellent beers. So with giving them the benefit of the doubt, the only thing I can fuss about is it doesn't have a month or a day that it was put in the bottle. But we got the year on it, so that's a step in the right direction, guys. I'm going to give this beer a 6, which is a B beer. It would probably get a lot better grade if I'd have done it last year. So with that being said, let's go see what everybody else says. Beer Advocate says 86, which is in their very good range. And Rate Beer says 94 overall and 88 in the style. So a decent beer, but like I said, it would have been a lot better if it had been fresh. So if you've had this one, give me some comments back on this one, whether you liked it, didn't like it. Hit that like button. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I think there's one more Pike beer in there. We'll try to get that one out of the way too. I bought those at Total Wine, and they're just as bad as some of the beer stores around here about putting or having outdated beers on their shelves. So, and they're not in any walk-in cooler or anything, so they're sitting out there in 70, 75 degree temperatures until somebody comes along and buys them. So just one of the things we deal with being in the craft beer industry, or as I am in the craft beer reviewing, but doesn't have a bottle on date. Like I said, guys, 2014 comes around, I'm going to have all these old ones out of here, and we're not going to be buying any that doesn't have a date on it. Like I said, it had 2012 on the bottle here, so that should have been a red light on me just to let that one sit there. So my fault, so I'm not faulting them on it. I'm sure it was a great beer when it was fresh. So give me some comments back on this if you had it. See you tomorrow. We're going to look in the fridge.